The high Arctic ecosystem is based on ice. In the winter, the entire sea is covered with ice. In the summer, part of the pack ice melts, and the increased sunlight creates blooms of microscopic algae under the ice, which are eaten by little crustaceans, which in turn are eaten by Arctic cod, seals, and at the top of the food chain, by polar bears. The summer also brings plankton blooms in the open waters that produce more little crustaceans that are eaten by seabirds like the little auks. And walruses dive in search of clams on the muddy bottoms. But this is the Arctic of the past. Now, seawater is warming, the ice is receding, and the Arctic Ocean is becoming more acidic. So what will be the Arctic of the future? What will happen to all these animals that depend on the sea ice for their survival? This is what could happen. The pack ice melts in the summer, and all the Arctic cod and the seals go away, way north. And the polar bears go too, concentrated on the little ice remaining. That means that the polar bear population will decline, and the bears on land will have to eat grass and seabirds. The Arctic plankton will be replaced by Atlantic plankton, smaller and less nutritious. Therefore, the seabirds will also decline. Finally, ocean acidification will affect the clams, which will create thinner shells and also experience declines, which will also diminish the walrus populations. But maybe not. Maybe the food web will take another direction. Maybe the Atlantic cod will migrate northwards with the increased seawater temperature, and those fish will provide an alternative food for the seals, which will then be based on the land instead of the ice. This will buffer the decline of the seal population, and maybe also help the polar bears. And little fish living offshore coming from the south will provide enough food for the seabirds, which would change their diet. But maybe the food web will take on a completely different direction. We don't know. The only thing we can be certain about is that the Arctic ecosystem is going to be different from that of the past.